thought I could bear the horrors and the anguish of war. I thought I could bear the guilt and the shame of sending hundreds of young, heroic soldiers to the death. And maybe I could bear it. But I cannot bear this! I cannot bear this! Did I say you could come in here? This room is reserved for guns, wine, and tears. Now leave! I must return to my war.
General, the Book of the Cross says love has no greater man than this, than to lay down his life for his friends. Your life is not yours to take. Now, give me the gun.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll give you the bullets. Zazaro, look out this window. We are in the abyss of uncharted space. There are no other lives left to live for. Now, you're an android, a walking calculator. Surely you know how big space is.
Would you let all 10,000 gallons of wine, cheese, and rations go to waste?
Are you accusing me of being an alcoholic and some cheese-gobbling schmollis?
General, I am able to scan your cellular matrix, and I can tell it is dependent upon alcohol.
There's more to life than wine, cheese, and shit. You were designed and programmed to be a priest of the cross, yet you manipulate.
I have been programmed to keep you alive at all costs.
Oh, well, isn't that just as divine as it gets? How thoughtful. Even in intense suffering, keep a dying man alive. A machine cannot know the will of God. And you are a liar. She would have never tortured me. Okay? Zanette, you think just because you play games with her as a child and helped her study in school that you knew her? You didn't know her. You didn't love her. Can a machine love?
My sister knew you were overdramatic.
Sister. You think she was your sister? No. And dramatic. Ah! Well, maybe I am dramatic actually, but the great playwright did say, Arkarodos, he said that a soul not fully expressed is like a sketch without color. So can I not pour out my heart for catharsis' sake?
Absolutely, General. Please do. But if you don't hand me the gun...
Leave my quarters now, Zazro! Leave! Am I a prisoner of some kind of android hell?
The Book of the Cross says, do not let the sun go down on your wrath.
You are just a walking book of rules. You think you were her brother? You were not her brother. You cannot even conceive of pain. Do you even know pain? Ha! Ha!
don't know shit.
Stupid Bonnie! Let go! You stupid
General.
hollow piece of... Let go!
For each other.
Oh, you're breaking my fingers, you stupid... Rectologus cuniculus! Let go! There! Oh, what's this? The Taurus takes the hair. You read that one, haven't you, Zarzo?
Oh, Rectologus cuniculus. That's what it said on the box I bought you in. It is so your fault that we're even here. You flew us too close to the range of the quantum worm.
With all of the ship's firepower removed, it was the only way to ensure...
Zazaro!
You're correct, General. It was my fault. I did fly too close to the quantum worm. Now, give me the gun.
Zazaro, I'm gonna take a nap now. In the morning, I expect you to put out the bottle of wine for me, a cream cheese croissant, make me eggs over easy, and some crispy bacon. God help you if you screw up these orders. And sometime in the morning after breakfast, I'm either going to shoot you or myself with this vintage firearm. Good night.
Good night, General.
Dismissed. Cesaro. Cesaro. Dismissed. Cesaro. My father and mother, when I was born, they gave me 2 grenades. Now only my father's exists. So you take care of this. It means the world to me. I am saving it for my last mission. Dismissed. Don't you lose it.
I've sailed the dark oceans of space before. Won countless battles for my people. Did I just save the world again? Again? Or will this next regime be as bad as the last? It doesn't matter now. Nothing matters anymore. Zanette. Zanette. You grew up so fast. Aurelis, why has God forsaken us? Why this cup? Why now? Why has He given me these unasked for stars? I just might be the greatest general in all of Ivarian history. Although I try to deny it as often as I can. Maybe I shouldn't. I was a young war hero in the 7th Intercontinental War. The Zali continent had the world at its knees. But I convinced my general to allow the continents to keep their sovereignty. Nevertheless, a few years later, we all came together as a planet to fight a new threat from the stars. And what a threat they were. The Agrathan were the most evil adversaries I'd ever had to fight. I went into that war a captain, and I emerged a general, if that gives you an idea how long the war spanned. A stream of golden souls twisted its way through the nebula of space, searching for the songs and the lights of heaven. I saw enough death to fill 5 lifetimes. But we won, and we lost. It was a fusion of light and darkness. It's during the war I fell in love with a Valkyrie. She entered the war a young hotshot pilot, and by the end, she was the best there was. And a quantum explosives engineer. Aurelis. Beautiful, sexy, smart. She became my wife. And during our marriage, we continued to fight that never-ending war. We conceived a child, our daughter, Zanette. I cannot tell you what a moral booster she was during that war. A war! A never-ending war! The war and the family life became the norm. Zanette was 10 years old, it seemed overnight. And then, Aurelis. Aurelis and I had the biggest fight of our marriage.
My fellow soldiers! Now is the time to open your hearts, to know you have lived and you fought for a worthy cause, for every last soul on our home planet Ivaria. The crying child in the puppy, the grandmothers at home cooking, and the philosophers, the architects and the playwrights, the makers of the fine wine, and for every beautiful woman you've ever seen walking down the street. And of course, for your fellow soldiers. Now take a long gaze into the star battle map here. The Agrathan, who know no reason, will be coming in with their fleet from Sector L7. Expecting to find our legions, but what they'll find is exactly that. Thinking it's going to be a fair fight. But then, on the Vidor 9, I, with 2 more legions, will hit them in their underbelly and from above. When they are driven back into their sector, and they will be, that's when my beautiful wife, Captain Rakaris, will personally detonate the quantum worm torpedo and suck them into the dark and unknown abyss of the deep space. Too long have the Agrathan oppressed our trade routes, preventing the flow of Mazaki, loaves and wines and mushrooms and Makari steel. Too long have they carved out the sex organs of our livestock and ejected their trash into our beautiful moons unpunished. But not tonight. Too long have they jammed their entertainment signals and played their stupid music. This war has gone on long enough. And the war will end tonight. Now clutch the Book of the Cross to your chest and stare those cowards in the ear, stupid eyes. And remember to feast tonight, my brothers, because tomorrow... Soldiers, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call from the president. You, go on to war, kill these sons of bitches.